Merger is making history as the world's first functioning cyborg. Part man, part machine. This guy sells skulls for a living. See how he uses an army of insects to strip every bit of flesh off the bone.
The beetles excite me.
He can blow a dart nearly 130 miles an hour with pinpoint accuracy. Now he'll attempt a feat many consider impossible. Plus, this guy's using his face to catch a flaming bowling ball stuffed with steak knives. And check out the books unfolding into an amazing collection of novel designer dresses. Unbelievable? Believe it. On Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Welcome to Ripley's Believe It or Not. Tonight, we begin with a Ripley's exclusive from a science lab in Strasbourg, France. That's where a computer chip like this is responsible for a first and unbelievable step that has turned science fiction into medical fact.
Marc Merger is a man about to make history. In this never-before-seen footage, he'll pioneer the very future of mankind, walking for the first time in 11 years. Believe it or not, he's the world's first functioning cyborg. Part man, part machine.
Je redécouvre que j'ai toujours des jambes, et encore mieux que ça, c'est qu'elles peuvent me servir à me mettre debout et à avancer.
Marc severed his spinal cord in a violent car accident in 1989, an accident he was lucky to survive. It was tough, but Marc adjusted to life as a paraplegic, eventually even raising a family. But Marc's life would soon change in ways no one would have expected. For the past 2 decades, a talented team of medical researchers based in France have been working on a radical new cure for spinal cord injuries. The team was headed up by a true visionary, Dr. Pierre Habichon.
The goal was for more than 20 years to try to restore locomotion in paralyzed person.
The team was now ready to test their work. Marc's severe spinal injuries qualified him as the ideal candidate. The muscles in his legs would still work if there were just a way to reconnect them to his brain. In a remarkably complex 14-hour operation, an electronic microchip containing more than 50,000 transistors is implanted into Marc's abdomen. From there, a dozen electrodes are directly wired from the implant to muscle nerve fibers in Marc's legs. After recuperating from the operation, Marc and his physiotherapist go to work. This revolutionary computer program is actually telling Marc's muscles how to move. Once Marc gives the okay, the technician sends an electrical signal through this handheld transmitter, a signal that then travels into the microchip implanted in Marc's stomach. Amazingly, that in turn controls the leg muscles. It's so incredibly complex that in the beginning, progress is slow. Complicating matters, Marc's muscles have been degenerating for more than 10 years. But before he could try walking, Marc first had to learn how to stand. After months of trial and error, it was time to test the idea. At the official press conference unveiling the new technology, Marc attempts to stand on his own 2 feet. Incredibly, it's the first time in 11 years.
La première fois que je me suis mis debout, c'était une sensation assez fabuleuse. Je me suis dit, ouf, ça marche.
After intensive therapy, Marc is finally able to stand for 30 minutes. The medical team now agrees. It's time for him to try walking. Once more, the computer helps Marc to stand. Then he gives the technician the command to begin.
Vas-y, fais voir à gauche.
The steps are small, but for the first time in 11 years, Mark is walking again. And with computers constantly getting smaller, Mark's first steps represent a bionic future where robotic and human parts are one.
Parce que j'ai remarqué qu'en fait, plus je m'en sers, plus c'est facile.
Of course, it's not finished. It's just the beginning of something. We can improve the quality of life of the patient. That is, for me, the best thing.
Surprisingly, the leader in this kind of computer chip technology is not America's Silicon Valley, but France. This is a blowgun used by primitive tribes around the world. This particular one comes from the Philippines. Blowguns were and still are used for hunting animals, but they were also used to hunt people in times of war. Michael Janich has revived the lost art of dart blowing. But don't worry, he only shoots targets, not people. Ooh.
Everyone knows Michael Janich is a real blowhard. In fact, he blows so hard and so accurately that today for Ripley's, using just his breath, he'll send a dart through this tube and attempt to hit a grapefruit 75 feet away. That's further than the length of a bowling alley. Michael is a leading expert and master of one of the world's most ancient weapons, the blowgun.
The blowgun is the forefather of all firearms.
To catch this blowgun specialist at work, Ripley's needed a high-speed camera just to follow the action. These darts move at an incredible 190 feet per second. That's 129 miles an hour. And they hit hard, easily penetrating this 3/8-inch piece of plywood. Michael's fascination with these primitive yet effective weapons began when he was young.
I got interested in blowguns when I was a kid because I always saw ads for blowguns in the back of outdoor magazines.
Something about the blowgun's basic design caught Michael's eye.
Just the fact that something so simple could be so powerful. Just harnessing the human breath could propel a projectile much the same way that you'd have with a rifle or a handgun.
Over the years, Michael has studied and collected everything he could find on blowguns. And he's even written his own book on the history of the subject called Blowguns, The Breath of Death.
The heart of blowgun use today would be in the Amazon basin in Ecuador, among the Warani Indians and some of the other primitive tribes that still exist there.
Michael's home, located in the foothills of Colorado's Rocky Mountains, houses Michael's collection of more than 40 traditional and modern blowguns.
On one end, you've got something like this. This is a traditional blowgun, a Ciptaan from Malaysia, and these are still in use in Malaysia today. On the other end of the scale, you've got the high-tech approach. This one actually has a laser attached to it.
Michael's amazing ability with a blowgun is so remarkable because his guns are so low-tech. Breath control is inexact, and unlike rifles, blowguns don't have sights.
There have been many attempts to put sights on blowguns, but basically it doesn't work because unless you're horribly disfigured, your mouth is going to be off-center from your eye.
But after so many years, Michael makes it look deceptively easy.
It's practice, and a lot of it is just feel.
But to hit the grapefruit target set up 75 feet away, it will take a lot of air.
You want it to be an explosive breath.
Michael sets up, takes aim, and with one mighty burst of breath, he nails his grapefruit target. Then he does it again and again. But it's not just the distance that the master takes pride in, it's his accuracy.
A lot of times when you shoot a dart and you know you got it right, you feel it immediately.
Blowguns are banned in California and Massachusetts.
Next, step inside the most ghoulish gallery ever. You'll never forget the things you see inside the world's scariest museum. Plus, the one-of-a-kind race that's got this cow training on a treadmill. And they risk getting their fingers snapped off feeding these vicious fish by hand. Now, one diver will risk getting his face mangled, feeding them right out of his mouth. It's all ahead on Ripley's.
There are horse races, dog races, and of course, People race all the time, and this makes sense. But cow racing? Come on.
Michigan State University has a long-standing reputation for churning out world-class athletes, but now their latest protege is really beefing up that image. Believe it or not, you're looking at the winner of the first cow race in history. And today, Taffy and her trainer will try to defend their undefeated title.
I took cow racing pretty seriously.
Meet Brian Nielsen, MSU professor, racehorse trainer, and cow jockey. Brian first discovered Taffy when she was part of a university research experiment testing the effects of exercise on dairy cows.
She actually is a cow that likes to exercise.
But it wasn't until Pete and Barb Andres came up with the idea for cow racing that Brian was able to demonstrate Taffy's amazing athletic ability.
The local fairs were having a hard time getting attendance.
Go ahead.
So my thing was to have a cow race to have more people come to the fair.
Despite her strict exercise regimen on a treadmill designed for racehorses, Taffy still needed more conditioning to become a star athlete. Regular milking by coach and calf alike helped to lighten her load.
The small udder sure helps in that it doesn't go swinging back from side to side, and it keeps out of the way, and we're able to get a lot more speed, and probably helps with aerodynamics too.
In no time, Taffy became
a lean, mean running machine, you better believe it.
The duo's efforts paid off. Taffy and Brian went on to win the world's first cow race.
She knows she's good. She definitely has an attitude.
But a champion shouldn't rest on her laurels, so Ripley's went along as Taffy prepared to defend her title at Mount Pleasant Racetrack.
I think this is my one opportunity to be totally undefeated, and hopefully Taffy and I will retire as reigning champions.
Brian and Taffy will be competing against 6 other cows and riders, each with a range of tactics and philosophies.
If you show them love, they'll show you love.
She's raced before twice, and she's bucked both times.
I really don't like come off because usually they kind of want to hunt you up and stomp you in the ground.
The race begins. Less than a minute into the competition, one cow steers off course. Taffy and Brian quickly take a definitive lead. The professor's students cheer him on.
I'm pretty certain that Taffy's just thinking, let's go, let's go. I'm thinking, I can't believe I'm riding a cow.
Just like a racehorse jockey with riding crop in hand, Brian spurs Taffy on to victory. Crossing the finish line in style, Brian retires undefeated in cow racing and says Taffy's running days are over too.
Taffy doesn't have to do any other work. Like a lot of really high talented racehorses, she gets in, go into retirement and kind of live a cush life.
Brian Nielsen was so happy about winning the race, he proposed marriage to his girlfriend right there in the winner's circle. Now you're about to meet J.D. and Kathy, a happily married couple. What brought them to our attention was their shared passion to educate. And now here's the unusual part. The subject closest to their heart, death.
Within these walls, located in the heart of Hollywood, lies one of the most grisly, most unsettling collections ever assembled. Welcome to the Museum of Death.
We're able to share things with people that in other worlds you never get to experience.
J.D. Healy and Kathy Schultz are the owners, operators, and obsessed curators of the only museum of its kind.
Pretty disturbing.
The museum is meant to be a place where people can openly explore an unavoidable part of life.
When I was a child growing up, I had a lot of questions about death, and everyone thought I was weird. But this is a great educational venue when you can go and talk about a taboo subject and learn things, and no one thinks that you're weird.
From coffins to cadavers, every item is lovingly displayed in their gruesome gallery. Even artifacts from the 1997 Heaven's Gate incident, where 39 people took their own lives.
This is an actual bunk bed from the Heaven Gate suicide. The body on the top is wearing an actual pair of black sweatpants, black shirt, purple shroud, Nike sneakers, and you have patches over there also that are original patches that they were wearing.
The museum also features artwork from serial killer John Wayne Gacy and several other notorious murderers. There are even handwritten letters from some of these infamous madmen.
I started writing to serial killers in 1991, and everyone I've written to has always responded. I thought if I wrote them a letter, maybe I could get some glimpse of what they were like.
Behind one door is an exhibit so shocking, we can't put it on the air. Crime scene photos of the infamous Black Dahlia murder case, an unsolved crime from the 1940s where the unfortunate victim was literally cut in half. But not everything in the museum is gruesome. Some items are just unusual. JD and Kathy showcase some of the stranger promotional items given away by funeral homes.
Combs from the Grimm Funeral Home. A rain gauge. I found it really unique. This is a mirror. This is very elaborate. Ice tongs. Why would you have ice tongs given away by a funeral home?
Nearly all of the collection is donated, but artifacts must be of some historical or educational significance before Kathy and JD will put them on display. They view the relics as both public service and artwork.
If we met someone on the street and they said, oh, hey, I have a skull from my grandfather who was a medical doctor, would you like it? They know it's going someplace where it will be shared with everyone.
And while JD and Kathy spend most of their working day surrounded by death, this duo is in no rush to leave the land of the living.
I love life. I don't come home and sleep in a coffin. I don't have a hearse I drive around.
We don't live long in our bodies. Even if it's 100 years, it's still not that long in the scope of things.
But when the time does come for the couple to pass from this life, they will certainly have one dying wish.
We both want to be exhibited in the museum once we die.
Why, naturally.
Some of the more graphic photos at the museum were so disturbing that JD and Kathy provide on-site grief counseling.
Next, they were born conjoined at the waist. But could they survive surgical separation? The life and death struggle behind these Siamese twins. Plus, think this man's mustache looks long now? Wait till he unrolls it. Also, need to get ahead? You won't believe how the skull vendor gets his goods. And the amazing new line of eye-popping fashions hidden between the bindings of a book. It's all ahead on Ripley's. Stories you can't imagine, people you won't believe. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Jay Villamaret sells skulls for a living. He uses bugs to clean them, and believe it or not, their job is to eat the flesh from the bones.
The beetles excite me. If I could stay in there and take care of the beetles 24 hours a day, I would.
Jay is the founder and president of Skulls Unlimited, supplying schools and even the Smithsonian with a variety of specimens. He gets the best product by letting bugs called carrion beetles do the tedious work.
We tried to clean skulls by burning the tissue off of them. We tried to clean skulls by putting them on ant hills and letting the ants clean the meat. We would boil the skulls, we would rot the skulls. All those attempts failed.
Using the head of a black bear, Ripley's is going to give you an up-close look at the beetles in action. First, the majority of the meat must be hand-sliced from the skull. Once the skull is dry, it's time for the more than 1,000 beetles to do their thing. It takes just 24 to 48 hours for these insects to strip the skulls clean.
I'm very proud of my beetles. It makes my job easy.
Once the beetles have done their job, the skull is bleached and finished, a process that takes about 6 weeks. As for Jay, his swan song will be sung, shall we say, by the beetles.
As if I have any say about it, the beetles will be consuming the tissue for me one day.
Every character we profile on Ripley's has done something amazing or unbelievable. For example, this next man has let something on his body grow to over 10 feet long. And before your imagination runs away with you, we'll show you what it is.
Little kids stare in amazement. Passing shoppers can't believe their eyes. Families clamor for a closer peek. What are they all looking at? Paul Miller's unbelievable mustache.
It's one of the largest ones in the world. The best looking one.
Sure, it may be good looking, but does it qualify as one of the world's largest? Just wait until he unrolls it. Paul started growing the mustache 22 years ago. It's an idea that originated with his grandfather's Fu Manchu mustache.
My grandfather used to have a nice big mustache, and I was always envious of it, so I thought I'll try one for myself.
But Paul has found that being the proud owner of a world-class mustache doesn't come without a price. Every morning, he must go through the same routine. After washing it, he unwinds, then stretches out the mustache, attaching the ends to custom-made clips.
And then I'd spray this here and take it down.
Then, using the cool setting, he blows it dry. Finally, Paul completes the job with liberal amounts of hairspray. Now his whopping whiskers will hold their shape.
My wife says she'll be the first woman to pass away from secondhand hairspray.
When I watch him do his mustache in the morning, it's pretty laborious. Takes an awful lot of hairspray. If you were walking on the floor barefooted, you'd probably get stuck to it. Time for your snack.
As for eating?
Tacos, hamburgers, I don't eat. I only eat with a knife and fork, and I eat steak and fries because I can stick fries in my mouth, and with a fork I can eat steak.
Even getting a good night's sleep poses a problem. Every night, the mustache must be rolled up and bobby-pinned to perfection. Despite all the precautions he takes with his prized possession, he still had some very painful moments.
He's got his mustache stuck in drawers, the fly of his pants. He's stepped on it before. I think you name it, he's done it.
But for this retired truck driver, the benefits of having these lengthy whiskers is worth any hassle. And though wife Sandra is a good sport, it can get to be a bit much at times.
Public, it's a lot of fun if you're, with your family and you're having dinner or something like that. The first 3 or 4 people that come up to your table and talk to you is fun, but then after your food gets cold, you think, what am I doing here?
And now it's time for Paul to put that mustache where his mouth is. Unwinding the handlebar against this 10-foot measuring pole, Paul's pride and joy stretches several inches beyond, and that's well beyond the 10-foot mark. So what's next for this mega mustached man?
One thing that I would like to do that I haven't done yet is go to Japan. I think it would be fun to put on my Western outfit and go walking around Tokyo.
Paul may finally be getting tired of maintaining his amazing mustache. The 69-year-old is considering shaving it off for his 70th birthday. Now, the term Siamese twins comes from the birth of Chang and Eng Bunker in 1811 in the country of Siam. Now, they are the world's original conjoined brothers, but Carrie and Casey Archer are conjoined sisters born here in America just a few years ago. Although these two twin girls are very close, their parents dream that one day the siblings will take separate paths.
It's a condition so rare that it occurs in only 1 of every 100,000 births. Sadly, most conjoined twins are stillborn. But today, using modern procedures, many conjoined twins can be separated. Since vital organs, like the heart and liver, are usually shared, separating the two is often fatal to the weaker twin. This never-before-seen footage of Carrie and Casey Archer was taken when the two were only 2 minutes old. And believe it or not, their parents are faced with a horrible decision. Separate the twins and risk losing one of them, or leave them conjoined and risk losing them both. When Melissa and Kelly Archer found out that they were going to have a baby, they couldn't have been happier.
I knew right away that I was pregnant. It's just one of those feelings you have. I didn't know they were twins right off the bat until at 16 weeks I found out that they were twins.
However, the Archers' joy over having twins was short-lived. Doctors told the young couple tests indicated something was wrong, very wrong.
They asked us if we'd ever considered termination, and Melissa said, well, is there something we should know that, you know, why we should terminate the pregnancy?
Actually, when he first said I had conjoined twins, I said, conjoined twins? And he says that would, you know, that's the term for Siamese twins. And the tears came immediately.
Despite their doctor's warnings, the Archers chose to go on with the pregnancy.
He laid it right out and said, you know, until they're actually born, until we do the testing, he says, I can't give you any guarantees. He says there's just no guarantees as to if they will be able to be separated.
After a long and difficult pregnancy, the twins Carrie and Casey were born.
A lot of joy, a lot of happiness. That first cry was just, they're here, they're both breathing. We got to see them right away, but then they took them right over to the Children's Hospital.
Tragically, the twins shared a liver, forcing the Archers to decide, should they separate their baby girls?
It did make us take a hard look at, if you don't attempt surgery to separate them, you may have one die, you may lose both of them, but there's things in life that could be worse than death.
As hard as it was, the Archers decided to give the twins a chance at a normal future. They opted to separate the babies. Dr. Hampton Rich and his team are set to perform the surgery. And though Dr. Rich is a very experienced surgeon, this will be his first attempt at the delicate procedure.
The Archer twins were joined at the abdomen, and anytime you operate on the liver, bleeding is a significant concern.
During the procedure, the medical team must constantly monitor the vital signs of both of their tiny little patients. Finally, after 8 hours, the twins are separated. The skin where they were once joined is stitched up. Carrie and Casey are right now surviving on just a portion of the liver they once shared. But the liver is one organ that has the ability to regenerate itself over time. The first hours after surgery are crucial. The Archers have no regrets about their decision.
I couldn't imagine having to face day to day, taking care of them as just one. I don't think that I could have ever not made the decision to separate them. Their quality of life as they grew up would just not be the quality that you would want for your children.
The Archers were very fortunate. This is Carrie and Casey today. These high-spirited twins are happy and healthy, but tough to tell apart.
You look the same? You look the same? One time at school, me and Casey switched desks and they couldn't tell if we switched or not.
Ripley's was able to obtain the videotape from the hospital of Carrie and Casey's separation surgery. Today, they're watching it with their family for the first time.
your insides, honey.
Kelly and Melissa now have 4 children.
Can't see the number either.
But with everything their amazing twins Carrie and Casey have been through, they will always hold a very special place with Mom and Dad.
I couldn't imagine not being able to watch them grow. And that when you look back with the problems that we have encountered, I am just so thankful that God was looking out for us so that we were able to have the children that we have and be able to watch them grow.
We'll be right back.
Still ahead, this man will try to catch a flaming bowling ball stuffed with steak knives using only his head.
I'm sure it could, cut your face in half.
Plus, they risk getting their fingers snapped off feeding these fish by hand. Now they'll try and feed these savages right out of their mouths. And the book collection, containing an entire wardrobe of sexy fashions. Next on Ripley's. It's a national pastime. Rolling a ball down a wooden alley aimed at 10 waiting pins. But imagine catching that 25-pound bowling ball with your face. Believe it or not, that's exactly what Mark Fahey is going to do.
Anything round is very difficult to balance. I actually kick it from my foot to my face. You can suffer a minor concussion, and, no one wants that.
Mark warms up with a little spoon work. He quickly moves to the bottle. Now he's ready to tackle a regulation bowling ball. Incredibly, this performance starts with his foot. And it doesn't stop there. Mark takes it to a new level by jamming some very sharp knives into the finger holes of the bowling ball. And does it again. But this time, he's not as lucky.
Oh, that one got me a little bit.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any more dangerous, it does. Mark has to move outside for this demonstration. He's actually lighting the ball on fire. Mark has successfully done it and plans to push his dangerous obsession with balance into even weirder territory.
There is one that I've been working on for a while, and that's a 2-headed axe. It's so dangerous. I'll get it eventually, I think in another year or so.
And that's an act that would definitely be a cut above the rest.
You can usually find the hottest fashions on the covers of the hottest magazines. But Ripley's found a designer that's proving you can't always judge a book by its cover.
Sleek, chic, and sexy. Designer dresses that are on the cutting edge of fashion. But you won't find these outfits on any Paris runway. Believe it or not, you'll find them between the covers of a book. These one-of-a-kind creations are the work of renowned Japanese designer Hiroki Oya. Inspired by the ancient Asian art of origami, he's hidden an entire paper-like wardrobe between the bindings of his books.
5 years from now, I think everybody wearing books. Why not?
Oya's 21 handcrafted volumes unfold into a variety of outfits, from a pair of jeans to skirts to dresses. You open the book, take out the fabric, unfold it, and put it on. But these books aren't cheap.
It's a whole set. That's price is $7,000 US. It's pretty expensive, right? But it's so much work in there.
The high prices mean Oya's clothes are usually only for rich customers, but many of the books have been purchased by design schools for use as teaching aids. Fashion instructor Casey Hale.
I had to have these. I had to bring these here to show our students what creativity can be.
But putting on these funky fashions in private is one thing. So Ripley's took Oya's designs out on the town to see how ordinary people would react to these extraordinary dresses.
You can wear it anywhere. You can wear it in the street, in the field farm.
The outfits do turn heads on the streets of LA. And for Hirooki Oya, that's a book with a happy ending.
They smile, they laugh, they make me feel good.
It seems they can make clothes out of almost anything. For example, this wedding dress is made almost entirely of recycled toilet paper. We'll be right back.
Next, would you risk getting your lips chewed off by these gnarly fish? The couple flirting with disaster when Ripley's returns.
You've heard the expression, they lie like a rug, right? Well, how would you like to be sure that that special someone in your life is telling the truth? Just carry this in your pocket. It's a portable lie detector, and it works by measuring the stress in someone's voice. You turn it on, you see this little apple? The more it detects stress, the more the apple gets eaten away. I am 7'9" tall. 8 out of 10 times, this magic apple is right.
Now, watch this. Spencer and Annette Slate are avid scuba divers, and their favorite dives take place in these dangerous waters, literally teeming with moray eels and barracuda. Incredibly, the two have taken the art of diving and turned it into a contact sport. They regularly risk losing fingers to feed these predators by hand. But today, they'll do something so dangerous, they rarely attempt it. Believe it or not, they'll try to feed them from their mouths.
I've gotten hit in the face by impact hit, by the barracuda hitting my mouth so hard it actually whipped one time, which hurt a lot.
Spencer came up with his unique style of extreme scuba diving when he was just a kid.
I've become to be known as the Barracuda Man, and over the years, people, of course, come to see me do it personally. They want me to do it.
Eventually, Annette began joining Spencer on his high-risk dives.
Well, the reason I started feeding the barracudas is because I used to be deathly afraid of barracudas. And watching him feed allowed me to have respect for barracudas instead of being afraid of them. So my mother tells me I'm crazy.
And while they enjoy the rush of getting so close to the barracuda, these two know that they're taking a huge risk.
They're the fastest and the most efficient predator in the sea. Forget sharks. Sharks are big biters, lots of pressure, but they don't have the speed and the tearing ability that the barracuda does. If a barracuda wanted to bite you, you would not have a chance.
Not only are they fast, these vicious fish are known to attack without warning, using their razor-sharp, serrated teeth as a deadly weapon.
Last September, I was feeding my pet out here, and he came in at an angle behind me. I didn't get turned in time for him. He was closer to me than I usually like him, and he swam and hit my face mask with his teeth. So I was very lucky that day.
And it's not just the barracuda they have to worry about. These moray eels can be just as dangerous.
You're always going to run the risk of getting bitten anytime. In fact, if you're catching lobsters, you run the risk of getting bitten by a moray eel.
Today, Spencer and Annette are diving in a protected area about 5 miles off the coast. These fish are not used to human contact and are obviously curious. Spencer and Annette are on the alert. The barracuda are close. Meanwhile, a curious moray eel approaches, and Annette attempts to hold and feed it. Sensing the food, the barracuda move in. And though it could easily land him in the hospital, Spencer does the unthinkable. Unbelievably, he risks putting the bait fish right in his mouth. The silent killer slices through the water with frightening speed and snatches the fish right out of Spencer's mouth. In slow motion, you can see just how close the barracuda's teeth come to Spencer's face. And though the predator could easily cut through the skin, severing tendons and veins, it's an experience these two can't get anywhere else.
I always say this when we're going out on the boat. Things out here in the ocean have teeth. You just have to respect them.
Next, what's worse than a trip to the dentist? Having him come to you armed with these barbaric tools. The true story behind the horrifying house calls when we travel into the Ripley's vault. Next. You're watching Ripley's Believe It or Not.
There are a few things that people dread more than going to the dentist. Sitting in that chair, hearing that whine, you just think, get me out of here. But back in the 1850s, you might not have anywhere to go because the dentist would come to you and he'd have this little kit with him. It's a simple kit, actually. They're pliers, and even more pliers. It seems like pulling the tooth was the remedy for just about anything. But if you're a very lucky patient, your dentist might bring along something extra. One of these portable foot-powered drills. Today's drills burrow in at the rate of 300 to 400,000 revolutions per minute. This drill, 600 revolutions per minute. Ouch. Unbelievable? Believe it.